drive on the screen. So
Okay,
apologies for that.
okay. So that's why I didn't call you because of the name. Oh, so it's fine. It's fine. All right. So live streaming this section should in case any one of us would like to go back to check what we've said or watch the section again. So I'll be dropping a link in the chat box should in case anyone would like to um watch it again. All right, so Synergy team can start first. You can go ahead, share your screen and start your presentation. You have 10 minutes. This is 7:20.
Wow, I've shared my screen. I don't know. I want to confirm if everybody can see my screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay, so I'll start. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining from all over the world. My name is Iyanu from Synergy team. I'm the quality assurance person. On the team, we have Vicky, a product manager from US. We have Shawar Abdin, a project manager here in Lagos, Nigeria. We have Tenny, the developer, and we have Deepika from Indian, is the AI and LLM engineer. So today, with the Synergy team, alongside others that voted us to be here, we're excited to present Fraud Shield. It's an initiative to protect individuals against emerging threats, cyber threats. So by the end of this section, I'll show you exactly that it is possible that 99% of fraudulent activities can be flagged even before users make their decision. The truth is, yes, AI has increased the volume and the advent of cyber threats and phishing issues we have in the world currently. But with Fraud Shield, we can be able to reduce that. Okay, the problem, fraud has changed, but protection has not. Currently, about a few months ago in Nigeria, the FCC, they arrested a group of people who were using phishing links to spam people, telling people that they can get discounted, what's it called now? Discounted flight tickets. And then at the end of the day, those people click these links unsuspecting that they are getting scammed. It is happening and it will continue to happen. But the truth is, with Fraud Shield, users can be ready and they can get to know before they click these links. These are examples on the screen. We have Adeze, a trader in Onitsha, who just received a message from a bank telling her that you need to protect your account from a scam or you need to do an update, and then she ends up clicking the link. Unfortunately, she got scammed. We have several people who have experienced this. So let's moving on. Yes, with the advent of AI, like I said, threats and cyber attacks have increased. People now use fraudsters now use AI to make their text look unsuspecting. So people don't know what they are talking about or what they are clicking, whether it is the actual thing or what they are doing would cause them harm or danger. As you know, whatever fraudulent activity or the end result of every fraud attack is to leave the user or the victim at a loss, whether loss of life and loss of property. And with Fraud Shield, like I said, this would help prevent it. So what exactly is Fraud Shield doing? We have a lot of applications out there, but they are enterprise focused. I mean, make mention of Microsoft Defender, Biz Defender, spam filter by emails and Gmails. All these things are there to help block all these threats from coming in. But the truth be told, all these are used using known messages. But Fraud Shield helps to detect the intent of what the fraud is supposed to do. For example, I send you a message. Let's say known words that can be flagged by this spam threats are do this urgently, make this payment and everything. But Fraud Shield would detect the intent, not only picking out known words. It's trying to get what the message that has been sent, what is it actually meant to do. And whether I like it or not, all these are enterprise made and it varies from industry to industry based on how good your IT team is. But the fact is, people that are susceptible to this attack, they are people who just use WhatsApp. People they don't even have an email. They don't even know what an email is. Let's do a survey. Just randomly go to any market in Nigeria that now. Ask any young trader, ask any illiterate, quote and unquote, what is cybersecurity, what is phishing, what is social engineering. They don't know these things. And fraudsters continue to use AI to get people to do things that they don't know they should not do. So Frostsheet is a system, just an engine that is just there in the system, not making noise, silent, just like a watchdog. But once there's a phishing attack, once there's a message that seems like a fraud, Frostsheet acts up. So users don't even know it's there until when they get these messages. And this will prevent and help them to protect their assets, because truth be told, people that actually defrauded, they don't even have the money to get all the security to pay for these enterprise solutions to help them detect these things. We are not here to compete against Microsoft, against the big brand, but we are just here to ensure that if they have the solution, even in their system, they help prevent thousands of attacks happening all over the world, millions of attacks happening all over the world. What's Frostsheet? What is the makeup? What is the engine and everything? It's made using generative AI. Generative AI for the reasoning. Like we said, the end result is to have this embedded in the system. It's in WhatsApp, Gmail, just name it. Any app that wants to make relevance, any app that wants to ensure users are not scammed, they need this solution. It's designed for everybody, the underserved people that they don't have the money to buy the solution that would help them to do this. And of course, there are a lot of solutions out there where users can copy, go to the website, paste these unsuspecting messages and ask AI to tell them if it's a fraud or not. But we know if this is done, that means the message has already even shown the user that there's a scam. That's why the users can go and do a copy and paste. But we are talking about users that don't even know what cyber attack is. They don't even know what ChatGPT is. They've not even heard of it. They don't even know that there's a solution that they can go and copy and paste this information. But Frostsheet is just there acting silently and triggers up when these messages are being sent. So I'll call on Tenny to just quickly do a quick demo on how Frostsheet works. Then we'll come back to the engine and everything, but it will be best to talk about Tenny. Can you share your screen? Hello,
Yes,
can you hear
thank
me?
you. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you,
Please.
Ian. Okay, so sorry. First off, I would like to demonstrate Fraud Shield as a Chrome extension. As of right now, we have Fraud Shield linked up to Gmail, web Gmail, and also WhatsApp for the web. So, as stated by my colleague, Fraud Shield is more of a silent watchdog. It doesn't perform any actions to protect the user's privacy. So as you can see here, it is only when a message is viewed or when it is in the user's viewport, that is when Fraud Shield is able to read the text and deduce whether it's a fraudulent email or not. Now, looking at this email from Zoom, Fraud Shield was able to detect that it was from a viable email address, from a legit email address, and also, keep the user at ease that it is not a fraudulent email. It is at low risk. As you can see, Fraud Shield also gives a score to each email as a way to sort of keep the user on edge to understand how much of a threat it is. Right now, it scores with a low risk grade of 15/100. It also gives its reason in plain English, in very simple English that even non-tech savvy people could understand, and also advises them on what to do. Further driving the points that Fraud Shield does not carry out any operations by itself. But in another case where I go to like my spam emails, where there are a lot of different emails asking for money and fraudulent acts, actually, Fraud Shield would pick that up. As you can see, it's scanning. It doesn't read any email until I can view it. And yes, it's flags this email as a high risk email, and it gives its reason for, because it's asking for crypto. This email seems to be asking me for crypto and also tells me what to do. It's a high risk email and it suggests that I block this email address and also suggests what I should do. On another side, we also have it hooked up to
WhatsApp. I don't know if can someone confirm if they can see my WhatsApp screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So it is also
Yes, we
hooked
can see
on
your screen.
WhatsApp, where it is able to scan each messages, is able to scan each message, sorry, and tell you the risk of each message being happening. Now, obviously, there are still some edge cases, but it also helps that Fraud Shield doesn't carry out any operation by itself. If it detects a high risk message that doesn't seem to be high risk, you as the user decide on what you can do. Right now we have Fraud Shield only linked to Gmail and WhatsApp, but in the future we plan to have it linked to other business softwares. And we also have a website where people can test out any suspicious links or any suspicious text, whatever they feel like. Yes, another great thing about Fraud Shield is that it helps with other languages. As you can see, this is Yoruba written there, and if you scan it, it is able to translate the message into English and detect if it is a scamful message or not. Yes, for my fellow people that understand Yoruba, we know that yes, this is correct. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Teddy.
I have
Thank
a
you,
question.
Teddy. Okay, sir.
Hello, hey, this is Mrinmoy. Okay, and thanks for the presentation. It's a nice concept. Okay, we really like that. Okay, can you tell me that if I don't use Chrome browser, okay, because normally the user is very used to with the other browser, okay, like in an Apple phone, okay, what is the easiest way to run this solution if I'm
Okay,
not
So,
using browser?
okay, then you can go.
okay, thank you. Sorry, just to confirm your question, you're asking in a case where a user is using like an Apple device where Safari is the main web browser.
Yes, any web browser. Yeah, except Chrome. Okay. What is the easiest way to run this or deploy this? Okay, so I can run it from anything. Okay.
Okay, so the app was actually used as a web extension, which we know Chrome has web extensions. As of right now, I'm not sure if Safari supports extensions. But in a case where Safari does support extensions, then it is a simple case of downloading the extension and allowing it to run in the backend.
So,
But
can I?
okay, yes, go
Okay.
ahead, Ian. Okay.
So, the future use case is for now, because of course, if you are going to have it on applications deployed on, let's say, Instagram, deployed on WhatsApp generically, or on social media in itself, we probably would need to get permissions, NDPR, GDPR, access, and all these things. But that is the future plan to build it so much that all these solutions and applications would want to have Fraud Shield, because it will help users to detect phishing. It will help reduce scam rates on these applications that we have. Because look at it, we have a lot of people losing their WhatsApp accounts every now and then, and it's a loss of business to WhatsApp in itself. But if Fraud Shield can help detect and prevent all these things, we are going to have APIs ready that applications owner can use, and they can call out whenever they want to. And banks can also have the SDK and all. So that's the future plan to have this there. But currently, because we have just 24 hours to date, so we have to just do a Chrome extension to show what is possible with the solution.
Okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, now let's think about that. I wanted to integrate. Okay, I am from some X company. Okay, and I have a product. Okay, I have a product like some ERP or something. Okay, now I want that any other system is sending some message. Okay, to my ERP system. I wanted to use your extension. Okay, so when I'm getting data from outside my system, outside my environment, okay, suppose my system name is X. Okay, X system is receiving data from Y, Z, anything. Okay, what is the what is the best way? If I ask you, will you be able to restrict the data using your product?
Okay, so to answer that, so what we do is we don't block as we have demoed. So we can use you can use our solution as let's say a filter. So what happens is when the message comes in, it can go through our tunnel. So once it passes through, so what we do is we don't even keep the record of this message because it's against NDPR and GDPR. So we just allow the message pass through the tunnel. You receive the message at your end, but the message is coming with a risk rating of the message you just received from the person, telling you, okay, this person has sent this message from Y to your X, but this is what we can analyze based on the message coming in into your system. And we give you the result that says, okay, low risk, high risk, depending on how you want your system to be, whether you want it to flag all kinds of information coming in, including saved messages and all. Then we are going to obviously have an audit tray for you where you see all the flag messages that comes in every day or has coming into your system. So you can easily go there, filter by low risk, high risk, medium risk. You get to see these messages from Y to your X, and then you can now make the informed decision yourself. But of course, as a complaint to complaint, we can always have an SLA that says, okay, I want you to customize your solution to be able to block. I don't want to see it, but users with their use case, some people just want to see everything coming to their system before blocking, and users can make decisions. But of course, why not? If you want us to do the blocking before it even comes to your system for risk above, let's say 80 to 100% score, we can do that for you. But on the generic use case, that's like something customized for your use. But on a general basis, what every partner, every user is privy to is we allow this message coming to your system. You see the risk score yourself and you make the informed decision as a business. But of course, like I said, if you want us to customize it to block a risk above a particular length, we do that and still give you an audit tray for you to see what has been blocked. And then you can say, okay, yes, this is good and we are on the same page. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the answer.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. The first question I want to ask, I think you made mention of it, but you didn't talk about it as I would want you. How does the app handle false positive, right? For
Okay.
example, if I'm a businessman, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm with you, please.
All right. So, for example, if I'm a businessman, you expect conversations around transactions, right? So, in that context, I also wouldn't want an app to keep sending me notifications of flagging every conversation as more positive as possible fraud, right? So how is there a kind of machine learning integration that with time understand the people you talk to? I mean, how will that work? That to curb and avoid false positives. You can answer that before I ask my second question.
Okay, so we have layers that these things go through. We have a pass one, a pass two. So if it goes through the pass one and the pass one says yes, the pass two must say yes. So both must agree to it being a fraudulent transaction. So for example, for legitimate actions, of course, they would pass through because they are clean. So what we are looking at is not only we are checking out the links, we are checking out what is being sent, but most importantly, we are checking out the intent of the information being sent to you. So this demo just shows the saved messages passing through, of course. So it shows that every time a message comes in, it scans. But we just did that as a demo to show that we identify saved messages too. But at the long run, like you have mentioned, we don't want text messages being interrupted. We don't want chats to be cumbersome and shows a whole lot of save messages and starts showing you all those things. We would not have that done. So the only risks that we flagged are medium and high risk at the long run. So what you also plan to do, like you mentioned, let's say a father and son are having a conversation, and the son is asking his father for money and says, "Dad, please give me money," and all. There's a plan to scale up in the sense of we are not storing messages like I mentioned. What we do is we would have trained, of course, the system to identify patterns. So there's a way I call my dad. For example, I call my dad Sunday. I'm just making the example. And then maybe someone undo my phone and says, "Hi, Dad." That's a flag on its own. So, like I mentioned, the system would prompt the user to let you know that, okay, according to the pattern and everything we notice, there's a way you chat with your son. This person is chatting off. He's not forming the same pattern the way your son chats. I will tell you to please look for an alternative means to confirm that the person who is making this request is actually who they claim to be. But it's one of the future iterations and the things that is possible. Like you mentioned, yes, we'll train it to identify patterns.
So this is where the clarity I would want in this question for me. Now, can am I clear?
Yes, I'm sure, sir.
All right. So if you can't train a model or an agent without data.
Of course.
Right. And you said you because of GDPR data rules, data retention laws and all, you are not planning to retain data. So how do you plan to train the models or agents without data?
Okay, so to answer that, that must have been a mistake if I said that. But we are not storing messages. We are storing patterns, not messages. Take, for example, a football match happening between Man U and Chelsea. We are not doing a recording of the live feed, but we can say, okay, let's say Garnacho has run the field 1 million times. Where are the places he has gone to? Just the same way when a player wants to play penalty, they shows you all his last penalty takes. These are the places he has played and he has scored. This is the only place he has played, he has missed. They didn't mention whether it was against Borussia Dortmund or whatever. So we would train to store patterns between my chats with yourself, but not the message content in itself.
That answered the question. Thank you. The second one I would like you to speak more on. The demo you showed to us now.
Yes.
It's going to be working on browser, right?
Yes.
Maybe and the truth is we know an average person does not receive their messages on browsers,
Of course.
right? And an average people who is scammed, right? They probably do not even have a laptop.
Of course, I agree with you, sir.
So that means if you, because the people you said you want to serve the underrepresented community, people who cannot afford the sophisticated tools. Those are the people you want to save, right? And these people, I mean, by assumption, let's assume they can't afford a laptop. They don't have a laptop. Because if you can afford the laptop, then you can afford to subscribe to sophisticated tools, right? So there are people who are going to be using phone. And as it is at the moment, of course, I know you're still going to work on it. I just want to know how you plan to scale. As it is at the moment, is still fit for I mean laptop browsers and all. For phone, I want to understand the logic, how it's going to work. Is it that you're going to have a form of message listener running on the background that it will detect when an email comes in, or when you open an email, or when you open SMS or WhatsApp, it will read it and flag for you. I just want to understand how that is going to work on the phone or mobile devices. If you don't have the answer now, there's no problem. But if you have it, then you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the question. And truth be told, we have plans to scale this solution. So to answer what you said, yes, these people cannot afford to protect themselves, but the truth be told, their banks can afford to protect them. I don't want to mention the name of the bank. They had about 5,000 of their customers scammed about last year because they sent suspecting messages claiming to be the bank of which they are not. Then they got their credentials, then they did a SIM swap, and before you know, they wiped off everything in their account. To answer that based on the current knowledge we have and how we have planned to scale is this, yeah. Like I said, the banks can afford to afford these things on their behalf. Take, for example, telcos company in Nigeria can afford to protect them. Just the way the question was asked earlier, the business model between X and Y, we would just be the tunnel in the middle. So a friend of mine, when we were talking about this, I've said people that actually scam are people that use Nokia phone, not the small touchlight phone that they just call and they talk to on phone and all. So we would just be, like you said, the listener there, listening in the conversation, but this will be powered by the telcos because, of course, we don't have options to do this and that. But in the long run, if these are not made possible, the plan is just like the way VPNs are, that you can download the VPN and just enable the things that it have accesses to. The same way you download, I'm not marketing Truecaller, but then and you say have access to my contact list and this thing. When this person calls, flagged as a scam and that is like the plan B. People can download these things and give it access to their what's it called, the applications they want it to have access to. So by the time these messages keep coming in, we would flag it for them. But the long run, if this solution scales as we want it, WhatsApp, other social media platforms, banks, telcos would want to have this solution in the middle so that it filters out risk for their customers and help them build their credibility. I can't imagine people start running around and say one particular telco, you can't even send a spam message to these people, they would flag it. That would build their credibility and before you know, increase their customer strength. So that is the plan in the long run. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. This is just a side comment. When I looked at the project, I was trying the project out. The user interface, I didn't see anything like menu and all there. I just saw somewhere to paste content and all. So that might be something. I just want to know if I missed something out or maybe menu function or nav bar is hidden somewhere. So,
Can I put that?
please go
Hello,
ahead.
sir? Okay, so like you rightly mentioned, the plan is to help the underserved people that actually don't even know what an AI can help them do. People that don't even know there's a solution where they can copy and paste information to. But this was just made because of the presentation asked us to give a solution where users can actually test the app out. So that was why we used that for people to test because not everybody will have access to quickly put it up on Chrome extension because of limitation on whatever browsers they are using. But we just did that so that people can see how well the AI can help prevent them. But now doing a demo using the Chrome extension to show the real use case in itself that is going to be there. But of course, we can't prevent other persons too that are learned enough to do the copy and paste. So we look into the UI, put the navbar, create a web interface where people can even understand what Fortune is on its own. And we can put a menu for them to just do a quick run test on the website. We will put that into consideration. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. Just confirm you can hear me first.
Yes, please, I can hear you.
All right. So thank you, Bagdele and Danny for awesome presentation, and also thank you to the judges for the review. And because of time, I would like us to move on to the next team. So team trustship, which is your representative, is kindly signify.
Okay, I'm the representative.
Okay, all right. Can go ahead, share your screen, make a presentation in 10 minutes, please. And then today's question will be in 10 minutes also.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Osu Julius Brahma, and I'm the team lead for Trust Shield. And in Trust Shield, we have three major people that are in charge of the team. We have I myself, I'm a full stack developer. Then we have Olongbim Deborah, which is the product manager. And the last person is Samuel Kayode, who is into cyber security. Now, what is Trust Shield all about? Please, I want to confirm if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you. So TrustShade is a web application that is designed to protect from online scams, phishing attack, and unsafe link. And the main essence of TrustShield is to protect people from online scam. The rate at which people are being scammed today is actually increasing, and we have a lot of statistics all over the world to record this rate. We are told that on a daily basis, the number of scam that is being recorded on daily basis, we are told that we have almost about billions of phishing emails that is being sent. What is phishing emails? Phishing email is just, there are some kind of email, they appear to be legitimate, but the essence is just to drive sensitive information from you, which should be private to you. And we're told that almost about 12.5 billion have been spent in this risk daily, on yearly basis for many parts of the world. We've seen a lot of attack, like the Stuxnet attack, like the Power Grid attack, and many other attacks that have been carried out in the world system today. And we're told that about 97% of people, they actually have issue identifying some of these things. And this is one of the reasons why we come about Trust Shield. And what is the major problem that we're solving? The major problem that we're solving is the rate at which people get a lot of phishing link today. They get fake payment platform. And we're told that many of these phishing link and other scam online, they actually perpetrated using AI. Today, anyone can just sit down in the comfort of his home with little tech knowledge, or let me just say with some kind of medium tech knowledge. You can easily instruct an AI to create a malware for you. Of course, it will flag from the onset, but you have your way around the AI, and it will surely create it for you. You can use this attack on people. And most people that actually, another statement of problem that we have is that people have low access to many of these cyber security tools. We have a lot of cyber security tools today, like the Kali Linux, we have the Wireshark, we have the network mapper known as Nmap, and other things like that. So we found that most of these tools, they are not readily available, and they are very difficult to use. For an average person to use all these tools, it's very difficult for them. They have to have this great knowledge before they can use it. So this is a very great problem. And this is one of the reasons why we create this Trust Sheet. Trust Sheet is very easy to use, and it is not as difficult as many of the platform. And look at some case record that we have of a lot of scam that took place in time past. Between 2013 to 2015, we are told that there was a great scam of Google and Facebook scam. And what was the scam? A lot of fake employees registered on Facebook and on Google, and they were using their profile to scam people. The source is BBC. And we also had the Bitcoin, Twitter Bitcoin scam, whereby many fake Bitcoin accounts was created and was used on people. Now, who are those people that Trust Sheet protects? Trust Sheet protects a lot of people. The first people are individuals. Anyone can receive a scam message. Anyone can receive a phishing message, irrespective of who they are, irrespective of their position in the society. It is no respect of anybody. And most times they send all these bulk mail and spam mails also. Another people, small business owner that are looking for how to implement cyber security tools, they can also receive fake mails and other things. This tool is also meant for them. It is meant for journalists. Journalists can use some of these our tools to analyze maybe their report and other things, or their email for NGOs and other people. These are the few people that Trust Sheet is for. In a nutshell, Trust Sheet is actually for everybody. And what is Trust Sheet cover four major parts. What the first part that Trust Sheet does is helping scan a link. Once you have a link, and before you visit the link, you should learn how to scan it. One of the major things that Trust Sheet is trying to protect is zero trust architecture. And what does zero trust architecture means? Don't trust anybody, no matter how close they are to you. Most of the scam that took place, they came from trusted people. Oh, this is my colleague at work, this is my boss, send this mail, this and that, and I just trust him. That is one of the major things. We want to prevent that. And we also have the message analyzer. What does the message analyzer does, it helps to analyze a message and detect any form of scam. Also, the email inspector, you can use it to inspect any part of your email and other parts. And some of the things that this our trust sheet was built on, that it can give you. You can get some basic information like the UI's registration, DNS, and many other things, SSL. Most of these things that we do in trust sheet, we make use of API. We are not storing any user information, and it is not actually it is not violating any of the cyber ethics or any of the compliance theory. So I would like to walk you through the practical now. I'd like to walk you through what we have here. So this is the live demo of the app. It's actually a web app. It was hosted on Netlify because it's just front end. There's no back end. So we are not saving any user information or any user details. Anything that you do is actually here. It is not being stored anywhere. Now you can actually switch either the live mode or the dark mode. This for everybody, for it to be easy for everybody to use, so that it do not have any effect to anybody. So I will start with the first part to scan. Once you scroll down, it is very simple. The interface is simple and it is easily designed for anyone to understand it. So let me start with the link analyzer. So let me just copy a particular link. Let's just run a scan on it. So I have this link that was copied from online. Sorry, please. Okay, let me make use of this link. So this was designed by me. So it's not somebody else work that I'm scanning. Although there are no any security implication for it, it's not a deep scanning. So I paste the link here and I run a quick scan on the link. So it takes some few seconds and the list is done. Now you can see the reports of the scan. The trust score is about 30%. That is actually safe. You can see some basic information of the domain and some things that you need to know about it. Also, it can give you some information like probably when it was registered. If any business is not legit, you might not be able to get some of this information. But we know that with all this information and the business is actually registered, you can see the name of the registrant here, and also maybe there's an abuse. You can actually send an abuse mail to send a report. And another part of it that we have is the web contact intelligence. This part now, it will tell you some information about the business, about the website, like their contact details. You can see the contact information. You can still contact the business through this number, and this is the address. So that is one part of the link analyzer. If you also scan a fake link, it's going to detect it. That of course this is a fake link. I think I have a link from ChatGPT. I just have a particular link there. Okay. So let me just say, sorry. Let me just get a few link. Okay. Okay. I don't have any spam link here that I should have just used to demonstrate that, but we can do it at our own convenience. So the next part that we have for this trust sheet, you can easily clear what you've done. We have the email analyzer. This email analyzer is very important because today most of the phishing that was being sent, the scam message, they're all being sent.
It seems Julius went out of power. Is anyone here to support? Is anyone here
I
to
have
support Julius?
I have just one question to the second team.
Yeah. Please hold on. It seems he went out of power. I don't know. Well, please hold on. Let's see
Okay.
if he has. Yeah, let's see if he has a supporter. Is anyone here to support Julius? It's like he went out of charge. We saw his screen. He had 5% in his laptop. Hello, team Trust Shield. Is anyone here for Team Trust Shield? Okay, we may have to move on. We have to move on to the next team. We hope he come back. All right, so Edumine, please, team Edumine, who is your representative?
Yo, I'm good day. I'm the representative for Edumend.
Okay, all right. If you can start your presentation, you have 10 minutes, and yeah.
All right, give me a second. Okay, so good day everyone. I'm David Uhumao, and I'm here to give the presentation for EduMind. So what is EduMind? EduMind was born from a story that we all can relate to. So my teammates are we have a Kenyan in my team, we have an Indian, and then everyone agreed to the fact that education as itself is not people who a lot of people lack access to quality education, because even as much as we talk about healthcare and the fact that in Nigeria doctors are leaving, right? The same thing actually applies to education, because if we look at a basic public school, the ratio of a teacher to students is probably 1 to 80, and then you can't expect one teacher to teach 80 people, right? And it's grievous, because eventually these students, go on to become to take up things in life. And the truth is, in a world where knowledge is abundant, right? What you do with the knowledge, or how you apply the knowledge, is actually what's important. So this demo here is showing a student who studies late at night, right? This student doesn't have access to any resource, or this student feels lost even with the endless amount of resources we have, right? And this student is basically like, there are 300 million people like this, who just feel lost basically, and we all know the feeling of not understanding stuff. So right here, you said, many students struggle academically because they lack support, and they lack the perfect environment, right? They lack personal assistance, as we put it, because eventually a teacher cannot focus on you know probably that many people, right? So we decided to build. Okay, these are the stats, right? The stats are staggering, really staggering. It's 9% of children can't even read. you know they are not English proficient or whatever by the age of 10, right? And this is alarming, because eventually, in a world where a lot of people don't have access to you know learning and amazing education, right? We are left with people who don't know how to make decisions for themselves, people who don't know how to apply knowledge, people who you know they are only curious, right? They can't really do anything. They are always shown by their curiosity, which is wrong. And we have 18.3 million out of school children. So what are we doing to solve all this? And yes, Amina. Amina has a challenge, right? She's trying to learn. She's doing all her best to actually understand stuff, but it's not entering as a Nigerian that I am, right? And I think that's what EduMind is trying to solve. So EduMind is a free AI tutor for everyone. I won't say only underserved, but everyone. Everyone has access to EduMind. And what does EduMind do? So, for example, okay, I'll start with the demo from here, because I don't know if you can see, but I don't know if everyone can see the demo I'm on right now. So yeah, what we
Yeah,
what we give
I can
access
see.
to is the board. So right, for example, I don't understand a particular topic in chemistry. We believe so much in visualization, right? So we this is a start to something beautiful. We also realize that a lot of schools don't have access to great resources and all that. So we decided to create like a visual lab. This is the first iteration. So this is a visual lab for like the periodic table now. So for example, when I was in school, I didn't really understand what an atom was. I couldn't really get it, but when you actually understand these things, when you see them, when you visualize them, you're able to get more insights. So what we basically do now, if a student is lost or something, the students can ask a question, and immediately he gets like an answer, and he gets a visual representation of that answer. But really big on visual, because I mean, a lot of people are curious and they actually want to see what goes on. They don't want to cram, but because of lack of equipment, lack of practicality, they aren't, really able to do this. So right now we have like different subjects. We can ask questions continuously. Another thing in students' faces is in a class where there's so much, you might not be able to ask questions, but we know that with the advent of AI, right, you can ask any kind of question, and AI won't really attack you for that, or tell you you're dumb or you're stupid, or stuff like that. And right now, I won't say the voice and the picture, the whole adding pictures, adding voices is perfect, because in iteration we also plan on making sure that actual voices are available to everyone, right? So an Indian now can not a robotic voice, but feels like his own mate or his own teacher talking to him, a Kenyan, a Nigerian, and that will take a lot of work, but we'll eventually be able to achieve that. Right. So what EduMind basically breaches is the lack of access. Right. I studied the Finland education system for a while, and I realized that these guys have access to practicality, they have access to applications, they have access to not just knowledge, but they have a space where they are able to, apply this knowledge and this. So that's what we're trying to give, not just the underserved, but everyone who deserves it. Right. And yeah, that's basically what EduMind is all about.
So was it David who gave
Yeah.
the edu? Okay. So yeah, this was a very intriguing concept when I was judging. I just have very small one question. Why would someone use EduMind and not directly go to ChatGPT or any other AI?
Okay, so yeah, this is basically our moot, right? So, right, the question is a very great question, because ChatGPT can easily just, answer your questions and actually, give you structure and all that. But the truth is, the data that ChatGPT wasn't really trained for, like, on African data. For example, law. For example, even voices, as I said, we don't necessarily have AI voices that are available to everyone, that Nigerians can actually understand, and that's a problem, right? So by us making it specialized for a particular group of people, right, we're able to get them. We're able to actually the voices, the way we interpret it to them, because we actually understand this system. We have gone through it, right? So with the data that we're able to acquire, we can now, use that to actually personalize it for the students in, we'll start from Nigeria, Africa, and, other countries like that, from voices down to how, they learn, and how we basically apply the stories or the storytelling or the visual learning, right, to suit, that specific geographical location.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen your code also. Yeah, it's written in a good and correct way. But I just suggest one thing. Use GitHub a little more instead of just uploading the project at the end of the development. That will give you a little more idea on how GitHub works also. Same feedback I wanted to give to the second team also. I was not able to look at their code. They have just uploaded one README file. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, I'll take that
Yeah.
to
This is a
note.
good, you have done very good job in React also. The code is very good. But for a judge, they want to see how you have committed, what kind of branches you created, right? What kind of thought process went in when you guys developed. And that is evident when someone sees at their GitHub repo. Just a suggestion. Otherwise, you have done a fantastic job.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you're talking about documentation, right? We could have done better with structuring,
Correct.
the language.
The GitHub, the code repository.
Okay, okay, all right. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I just have two simple questions for you. I mean, the other George has said, it's a fantastic project and that really solves a social problem, right? So it's a good one. Well done. While I was trying it out, the first thing I noticed was every time I asked a question, the AI start reading it out, and I was unable to stop it. You understand? It looks to me as if that was automated. There is no switch off, right? I should be able to probably be in transit in a cab without earpiece. I just want to study, right? Without the app annoying every other person. I don't know if you understand what I mean. Right. So was that intentional or is it something you've not looked into? But can you clarify that before I ask my second question?
I also figured, that out. And while that is great, the reason why the voices sound robotic and annoying per se is because, we weren't really able to get like, an actual African voice, as I said, in terms of like the API. But eventually, when you have someone read out stuff to you, it helps with learning. But eventually, you should also be, as you have rightly said, you should be able to put it off and all that. So we'll also take that into note, right? Even as much as we try to improve on the voice.
All right, that's fine. That's the second question I want to ask also probably linked to the first question the other judge asked. You've explained quite all right why this is different from ChatGPT, right? But why I would prefer ChatGPT is because I can go back to historic discussions as far as months back. You understand? I didn't notice that in this feature. If I ask the agent a question, I should be able to get back home and instead of asking the question again, just go back to my historical, if you understand what I mean, historical charts, just to read over and over and over again without having to ask the same question over and over again. Is it is the feature hidden somewhere that I didn't see, or is something
So,
you still could work on?
yeah, we eventually didn't. Sorry, we didn't add that feature, but it's really great. It's really something we would also look on to add. And just in addition to that, emotes I even forgot to talk about is, in as much as you have ChatGPT and the fact that it's personal with you, we're trying to democratize this. So we are trying to also, because eventually we need to make money. There needs to be a business model. So we are going to sell to organizations and schools. And that's way, even the 1 to 80 ratio, we're going to bridge that gap, because if every student has their own personalized tutor and a teacher can have access to that, a teacher can, actually understand how these students learn and how he can make it better. So that's also something. So we also need memory for that, memory for charts, memory for um data, basically data analytics, right, for everyone, because eventually that data will be really key in how we scale and how we progress. So that would also be taken note of, sir.
All right, thank you. That's all from me.
All right, thank you.
All right, so does any other judge have anything to ask or inquire? All right, I'll take the silence as in no. Julius, you're back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, so while presenting, you got disconnected. So kindly continue from where you
Okay, thanks
stopped.
so much for the opportunity. Okay. Please, I'm trying to share my screen. Okay. It's visible now. right. Okay. All right. I tender my sincere apology to all the judges and everyone. I had a little issue. So, and I was not aware that my other team member was supposed to be on the group because on the call, they did not get any mail notification. So I thought I was the only one. Thank you. So I continue with my presentation. I was on the email analyzer, and let me just pick an email. This was the email that I received from Bincom for this presentation. So look, the major things that the email scanner needs, it needs the sender, the subject, and also the body of the message. So let me go to the mail that was sent. So this is the mail. I paste it here. So I've pasted it. Then I go to copy the sender of the mail. So from here, I can see the sender. That is Douglas at this bincom.com. So I pasted it here. And finally, the body of the mail. This is the body of the mail. So I copied it and it is pasted already. So now we now click on the inspect mail. So I inspect the mail. So within seconds, the result will come up. And this is the result of the email. You can see the legitimacy score, 80 out of 100. And you see some other information. It can even analyze the subject, that the subject is not without any tact, it's not seeking to get anything from you. And look at the body analysis. The body content is informative and congratulatory with a link to presentation. So that is one major thing. And this is what it's asking you to do, that you should join the section. And don't forget, I said something earlier during my presentation, that one of the major things that I'm trying to encourage is the zero trust architecture, that don't trust any individual too much. This is one of the major reasons why people are falling victim of scam and a lot of phishing attempts. Now, he said we should proceed with caution, but the email appeared to be legitimate. So we are done with this one already. So let me just run another scan on the email that I think is suspicious. I don't have any on my Gmail, so I just pick one from ChatGPT. So let me just pick a mail. All right. So this is a mail that I'll pick from there. Okay, I have this mail now. This is mail. Okay. I'm sorry, please. Okay, let me just send. You should give me a sample. I'm doing because I don't have any phishing mail on my personal Gmail. So okay, so this is an example of one that I got from ChatGPT. Now, this is the subject of the Gmail. So of the mail that was received, I copy it. So after copying it, I will now paste it to the trust sheet. That is the subject that was being pasted. So we have this as the subject. Then I will also copy the sender of the Gmail. So this is the sender here. Can easily copy this, copy, and I paste. So I move the unwanted part because I copy some others right up with it. Okay, and now this is the body of the mail. So let me just scan it. I have the body of the email and I've pasted it. So I run the diagnosis, the forensic on the email by inspecting it. So it takes some like we make use of the Grok API and also the API. Now we can see the results that it is a phishing mail. It is clearly written here. This email is a phishing attempt to spoof another link. And we can see legitimacy score 5 out of 100. That is very low. And it will even give us some other information. Once you see it, you see other information that you should know. And this is the final advice. Do not click on the link and contact Access Bank to verify the authenticity. So that is for the email analyzer. And the last part also, that is the body analyzer, the message analyzer. The message analyzer work, also the keyword analyzer. So back to my presentation. So from the slide there, these are some of those tags that this trust sheet was built on. Of course, if you access my GitHub, you see the code repo is available there. These are some of those technology that it was built on. As I said, it was all built on free technology. Probably the advanced one as time goes by. This is just an MVP. I'm going to use a more detail and some paid technology that will bring out a lot of information. We have the AI engine, the Grok API. This Grok API is one that will fetch you some other information about the website. We have the Llama and many other stuff that we have there, the domain intelligence and the SSL certificate, that is secure sockets layer that we have on this trust sheet. And finally, we're told that security intelligence should be made available and simplified to everyone. So the main reason why we do this is for every individual, irrespective of their technology know-how or their technical know-how, they should be able to keep themselves safe online. They should know what to do to stay safe. Simple instruction and simple practices such as scanning mail before clicking any instruction or scanning of any link before proceeding with it. It will help curb a lot of phishing attempts and a lot of scam attempts that is being rampant in society today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Julius. So for the judges now, ask the questions.
Yeah. So, Owusu, this is Nachiket. I wanted to go through your code base, but in the GitHub, you only have a README file updated. So I was not able to look at the code. Although your presentation idea and product are very good, well defined. The UI is very good. But code is something that I was not able to see.
Please, I cannot get your question.
Julius.
I want to just say that. You want to see the code?
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, how would I judge?
Yeah, you're supposed
Okay.
to
Let me
send
open
your
the code for you.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
just update in the document. I will take a look. That's the only request.
Okay. So this is the code that I have here. It was uploaded on my submission that I made with Vincom. So it's accessible right from the submission link. So
Okay.
let me open the code for my system here. Okay. So this is my code here. So this is the code that I have here. If you can see it here.
Are you only the one person who wrote the entire code?
Please, can you come again? I don't hear you clearly.
Did you only write the code or someone or your team wrote it? How can I know?
Okay.
So basically what I want is you upload it on GitHub so that I can take a look. That's it. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. If I get the question clearly, you were asking if I was going to write the code. Of course, Become asked us to use AI tools as support tools while writing the code. So I did many parts by myself. I also used some AI supported tools when I was writing the code,
Okay.
according to the hackathon instructions.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your presentation. My first question would be a generic question. Why do you think your product is better? Because I can list up to 5 other platforms that you can, free platform that you can do the same thing that you've presented. So why do you think
Okay.
yours is unique? Let me just ask the second question so you can answer everything together. Secondly, we're in the world of artificial intelligence, automation, and all. If I need to analyze a message and I will have to copy the subject, paste, copy the sender, paste, copy the body, paste. To be sincere with you, that will be a turn off for me. You understand? Except I must, right? What one of the things you look out for when you are developing a product is a user experience, right? How easy the accessibility of the product, how easy is the product is to use for people. If for example, if I'm using the product on my phone now, I will have to switch between my email address, my email, and the application. So close the application, switch tab. Um, is there any plan of automation, some sort of API connection between the product and I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to ask. The logic to get the job done is the process is kind of long, right? Having to copy subjects, copy sender, copy the body of the message to analyze. Do you plan to in any form shorten this workflow, or are you planning to integrate a form of automation? What's the plan? I mean, if you're going to scale, speaking as a potential user now, uh, that would be my thought. So maybe you can just answer the two questions together. The first question was, I've
Okay,
seen.
all right. Thank you for your question.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay. So I will start from the last question, the second question that you asked, concerning the automation. This was an hackathon challenge that was open for 24 hours. Of course, me, my team, and we cannot finish all this, the automation and other process just within 24 hours. So a form of future improvement is part of the automation. Instead of we coming to paste many of these things, you can have a form of automation that will handle that. As you rightly said, this an AI era, machine learning era, and artificial intelligence have taken all over. So we plan to do that in the future. But this is just an MVP of the solution. We cannot have a full access of the whole solution with an MVP. And back to the first question that you asked, yes, you're actually right. There are a lot of tools available online. Example of those tools, we have the Shodan.io. Shodan.io now, it can help you to check some domain and many other things. It can even have access to a lot of webcam all over the world. You can check virtually all registered business in any country with Shodan. But one thing that we should understand with some of these things is that they are not actually free. Many of them, you don't use free model. You have to subscribe for them, like Shodan and other things. You have to pay more to get more feature. Look at another tool that is available again. We have the network mapper, which is the Mmap. You cannot use Mmap successfully without violating an ethic. A lot of cyber ethic does not permit any individual to start running scan on their website or on their domain, because you are actually violating. A lot of people have a lot of questions. If you don't have any scandalous attempts, why are you scamming my website? Of course, it violates and it can get any individual arrested because of that. And some of these tools, as I said earlier, they are not free. They are difficult to use. But with our tools now, it is very easy to use. I believe, just as was suggested by the judge, once after this one, we try and work on the automated part, on the automation part, whereby anyone can easily use it without going through all this long process. The interface is not difficult. You can switch to live mode or switch to dark mode as it pleases you. So one of the reasons why you should choose our product is that it is easy to use. It is available for every individual. There's not much of technology know-how that is being needed before you can navigate around this system. And also, one major thing we are trying to protect is that everyone are their number one security personnel of themselves. If you don't stay safe online, then nobody will do that for you. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to comment on what you said. This is also an advice for every other person who might be pitching, maybe now or in the future. When you're pitching a product, you don't just pitch what you've done so far, right? You are selling a product, right? You should also pitch how you plan to scale, features you plan to include. All right. If I'm an investor, an investor shouldn't be the one to say, "Are you going to add this? Are you going to add this? Are you going to add this?" You understand? That's just that. Secondly, you said something. You said what stands your product out is because it's affordable and all. Why that is a fact, but the truth is, anyone who is careful enough to scan, who is careful enough to enforce security, to scan their emails, scan their messages, will be able to afford to subscribe to a security tool. I just want you to, I just want you to put that in mind, right? We'll be able to, if you're looking for people who cannot afford, you're looking for people who cannot afford sophisticated tools. Most of them do not have anything to lose, right? They won't be scanning, they won't be scanning messages or emails or links, right? Just thought to put that to you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I can't say anything. I don't know if it's from my hand here.
We can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I was not hearing what you were saying earlier, so I thought it's from my head.
It's probably from your end. So I was just trying to admonish you and every other person who has presented
Okay, sir.
to always include I mean, your best features when you are presenting. Does not have to be part of your MVP now, but when you're presenting, always add that, okay, these are the things we are looking to add. These are the things we are looking to add. You understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
that your judges or your investors shouldn't be the one asking all the questions about why the product should be good or better. And I also mentioned that maybe when you said your argument, the argument you put forward was that trust sheet is preferable, stands out because it's affordable. So I was trying to criticize that constructively, just to make you see from another perspective. Anyone who is careful enough to employ an intelligent security scanner, right? That means that person holds their information in high esteem. That person cannot be a poor person. You understand?
Yeah.
A regular person on the road does not have any business with, with scanning SMS or scanning their emails, even if they have emails. You understand what I mean? So
Yes, sir.
affordability for you, affordability shouldn't be as it is in this context, shouldn't be the selling point. All right. And I also said you should also pay more attention to what's it called? Usability. All right. The workflow, easy access for users and all. So you can, I mean, it's something like you said, this is just an MVP, it's something you can work on. So
Okay, that's noted, sir.
thank you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. That is
Thank
noted.
you. All right. So the top three teams are done presenting, and now moving to the other two teams, um, team Coach Tag and team Brand Pilot. So who is representing Coach Tag? Team Coach Tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked who is representing team Coach Tag. Okay, same is not available. So moving on to Brand Pilots. Who Who is representative of Brand Pilots? Please speak up and name for yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Israel, and we're representing Brand Pilots today. Okay. Can I go ahead to share my screen?
Yeah, sure you can. Yes.
Okay.
So before you proceed, to the judges, this particular team wasn't listed among the top three, but they are yet to just express and share ideas and development with judges. So that's the essence of them being here. So just to clarify.
Okay. So can you see my screen, please?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. So moving ahead to the brand presentation. Okay. Can you see the full screen of the slides?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. The name of our product is Brand Pilot, and we built it as a digital marketing director for like small business owners that have issue like zero time to create content for their products, and also, sorry, sorry for that. Okay, sorry for that. We built it as a digital marketing director for small business owners to sell their content, to sell their brand, even though they have zero time, and maybe they are also facing content chaos. So next to it are my group members, where I, Israel, acted as the team lead. Pfizer acted as a designer, and we have two designers on our team. I'm also a graphic and UI UX designer. Then we have two front end and back end developer on our team. So moving on, the problem that we tried to solve, which we solved, was that was content chaos. We found out that small business owners like myself and some other students that are actually students and are also running businesses. We find out that some of them have zero time and they have great products, but they have zero time to sell those products. So small business owners have incredible products but are trapped in a relentless cycle of content creation. They are forced to choose between running their business and making it effectively. So the struggle is actually real, and they are drowning in decisions about logos, professional photos, and crafting the right message. Every post feels like starting from scratch, leading to inconsistent branding that confuses their customers. Then missing sales opportunities. Without professional branding and sales-focused content, they are leaving money on the table. They are because they are not actually selling, and great products go unnoticed because they can't communicate their value effectively. So the data does not lie. We have the visual content importance, the lack of resources challenge, and views with images. And this source was gotten from Vingage Content Marketing Institute. So the market opportunity for brand pilots, we have AI branding market, which by 2030 has been estimated to reach up to 6.45 billion dollars. And why did you build this now? Because AI adoption is accelerating. 76% of businesses already use marketing automation, creating massive demand for smarter integrated solutions. Another reason why we created this now was because small business are weakening. 45% of small businesses now use automation, up from just 26% planning adoption. Growth is accelerating, and dissatisfaction creates opportunities because of how people face these kind of challenges. They are dissatisfied, and you have been able to create an opportunity for them. Moving on. So our mission is to build a digital marketing director that turns one product idea into a complete professional brand presence to eliminate chaos and to empower competition. So on eliminating chaos, we remove the confusion and overwhelm of branding decisions. No more guessing about colors, fonts, or what to post. Empower competition. Small businesses can now compete with enterprise level branding without the enterprise level budget or team. They don't need a whole team now to compete with actual enterprise level and branding systems. The core feature of our product is that the brand identity kit. So it stops the messy look, create consistent professional branding in one click generation where our AI analyzes your product and industry to instantly generate a complete brand identity, logo, color palette, and font combinations that feel professional and purposeful. So we have a brand lock system. Once created, your brand identity is locked and automatically applied to every future piece of content. So you don't need to start editing it to start over again because your data is already saved on the back end. So no more off-brand colors or inconsistent fonts ever again. Consistency guaranteed. Every post, every story, every ad maintains perfect brand consistency. Your customers will recognize and remember your brand instantly. The brand pilot has this ability to make that key feature that people often, that key feeling, that energy your brand often give. Your customers begin to notice it immediately they see your product or your service. And the second core feature of brand pilot is the scene creator. There's no studio, there's no problem. You can transfer your raw product shots into stunning lifestyle imagery. So on the brand pilot, we have a content hub, a scene creator hub, where you can simply upload a photo from your phone or your laptop or any device you're using to the brand pilot, and you can pick a AI scene that is uploaded on the brand pilot. You have many AI scenes to pick from. So you get instant results depending on your network because network can be a key factor in affecting everyone. So instant results, you get professional marketing visuals in seconds, not days. No waiting for photographers or any expensive studio sessions. So before and after, transform amateur shots into professional marketing visuals. So any shot you feel was taken with a local phone, you can transform it into a professional marketing visual. The third feature is that on the brand pilot, we have a product to story feature in it where you have maximum output, minimal effort. One image becomes a full day of content. And you also have a remix feature where you can upload a product image and watch it transform into multiple content pieces, which is each designed for different platforms and purposes. So what gets created? You have sales flyer, eye-catching promotional graphic with your branding, engagement poll, interactive story content to boost audience participation, BTS script, that is behind the scenes content script for authentic connection. So we can have you can use it for blog posts, infographics, white papers, social media, videos, podcasts, webinars. And the time saving is 6+ hours saved per week on content creation. So time you often think to think on what write up should I put, what kind of energy should my story be telling, is 6 hours saved for you. All you just need to upload that image and it will create a full brand story for that product. So another feature is the sales caption writer, which I talked about before. No more cool but useless captions. Write copy that converts followers into customers. Sales psychology powered. That is the future he has. Every caption is crafted with using proven sales psychology principles. Urgency, social proof, scarcity, and benefit-driven language that motivates action. It's action-oriented. Captions include clear calls to action that guide followers toward quotation, DM to buy, link in bio, shop now, many more CTAs you can bring up, turning engagement into revenue. So revenue generator, transform your social media from a vanity metric into a sales machine. Every post is designed to drive conversions, not just likes to that post. So the workflow of brand pilot is actually from chaos to clarity. We have 4 simple steps, 1 powerful platform, and endless professional content. Where the first step is to upload your photo of your product with your phone and upload it into the platform. The second step is to generate and the AI creates your complete brand identity, logo, colors, fonts in just one click. 3, you can transform your product into professional lifestyle scenes and multiple content pieces, and you can publish it. Get sales-ready content with psychology-driven captions that convert followers or likes into customers. One platform, one workflow, endless content. So competitive advantage, why Brand Pilot wins. The reason why on the slide is showing Pilot Brand Hub, because that's what the link actually says. Because when publishing it, our publishing AI told us that the name Brand Pilot had already been taken from it, but was a different, but from a different industry. So Brand Pilot is built specifically for small business owners who need to sell, not just create. So you have sales-face design. Unlike generic design tools, every feature is built to drive revenue. We are not just about pretty graphics. We are about converting followers into customers. All-in-one integration, brand consistency, visual transformation, content multiplication, and sales psychology. All-in-one seamless platform. No more switching between tools. Zero skills required. No design experience or knowledge needed. No expensive agencies is required. If you can take a photo with your phone, you can create a professional brand content. So our competition, we have Canva, which is great for design, but there's no any brand log system or sales psychology. It's a design tool. You have Looker, which is a logo maker, which creates logo, but no content creation or scene transformation. We have Adobe Express, which are obviously the world standard to Photoshop and Illustrator for designers. It's a powerful tool, but steep learning curve. Users have to learn it and no integrated workflow in it. Brand Pilot is the only platform that combines brand identity, visual transformation, content multiplication, and sales psychology in one integrated workflow. So the result, the impact, real result that transform your business and bottom line. Time savings, 6+ hours saved per week. That's over 300 hours per year. You can invest back into growing your business instead of creating content. Lead generation impact, more leads, 80%, qualified leads, 451%, sales productivity, 14.5%. So join the 76% of businesses seeing positive real-time conversions within 1 year of implementing marketing automation. Thank you. If you're ready to transform, ready to end content chaos, you can transform your product into professional brand today. Start your free trial and see how Brand Pilot turns one product idea into complete brand presence. It's AI powered. It saves 6 hours of your time per week. It gives you 80% more leads, and you can start using it right away. So that is the end of my slides. Now I'll be walking you on the live usage of the application. But before I move on, I would like to ask the judges or participants if they have any question based on the presentation before I jump into the presentation of the app, or can I just go ahead?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Questions will come in.
I don't have any question, but this idea is very intriguing. I have not seen something similar anywhere. Yeah, I'm excited to see your demo.
That is great to hear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. From here, I've already this is the dashboard of a user I created when to test run this this thing with you guys. So this user uploaded their industry name, their brand name, which is Paradise Luxury Boutique and Store. Once you enter, if you have not registered before, you just see welcome to Brand Pilot instead of welcome back Paradise Luxury Boutique and Store. So this is showing the brand consistency, showing how many percent of brand consistency Paradise Luxury Boutique and Store already have. And on the dashboard, you can see an overview of your brand. You can see your recent activities, where on this page I've been able to create scenes, and I can be able to preview them again if I want to go back to them and use them. It's like a history tab where I can go back and see what I've done before. If I mistakenly deleted it from my device before, I can still go back to the app and still go back to the history and download it back. So this is the future of the brand pilot. We have the brand vault, where you can configure your identity when you first enter the app. You can see your scene creator, the content hub, logo creator, and the thumbnail creator. This has all been explained. And on the dashboard, you can have a brand assistant where you can ask your factual questions and search the web, prompt an image, or just chat with the AI assistant. You can be getting daily advices, weekly inspirations to get you pumping for the rest of the week from the AI assistant. I can test run it. I'll say what I can say. What are the leading strategies I can incorporate into my brand? So depending on the network speed of the user, the AI is going to provide a response for the user's question. Okay, so you can see the AI has already given me a leading strategy. It's a pleasure to assist you in elevating Paradise Luxury Boutique and Store, since we are positioned in the high-end fashion industry. Because I stated in the brand vault that is a fashion industry, our strategy must revolve around exclusivity, impeccable artistics, and a client-first digital experience. Here are leading strategies to our luxury voice and golden black color palette, because it's acting as an assistant to you. It's saying our, because it's mindful of that he is or it is acting as an assistant to your brand. So you have the strategy and executive model. I'm just let me not go through everything because we're working with time here. And you can see this is the response you have been able to generate for as a leading strategy I can incorporate into our brand. So moving on to the next feature, which is the brand vote. This is where I configured. You can see on every tab, you can see the app explain to the user, sorry, what he can achieve with that tab, guiding the user through the tab. So you have brand configuration where the user can input a brand name, the industry, and you have various. You can search an industry that your brand belongs to. You have various industry from the drop down here. Then you can choose the brand voice. You can see since it's a fashion, I've picked luxury for the brand voice of this particular brand. So you can see a feature here where in case the brand originally doesn't have a color palette it uses, is custom color palette. It doesn't have a designer at all. You don't need to start picking random colors. You can ask the brand pilot to suggest the best color palette that can go with this business. So you can see Royal Champagne, Egging Oakley's, and Velvet Earth. These are color palette suggestions. And if you can click them, you can see them applying immediately. So also you can also ask for the best font pairing for your particular brand voice and industry. So you can generate suggestions and the AI will immediately give you suggestions. So from here, you can see best font pairings you can use for your brand. So if in a design, when you prompt a design or when you ask an actual designer to work with your design, you can add it to your brand manual or your brand guide to the designer that, okay, these are the fonts I've been using for my brand consistency. And you have a master logo page here where you can upload the logo. But even if the user doesn't have a logo, there's a space where you can create a logo for yourself. So this was why, because a logo hasn't been uploaded on this page, that's why on the dashboard the brand consistency was showing 80%. That is responsive. It knows what has been uploaded on the brand vault. So since the master logo hasn't been checked here, it's showing 80%. So moving on to the scene creator. So we have the feature explaining how the scene creator works. So here you can upload a product I already have. So I have a hair oil product from I snapped my phone. So you can choose a preset from the AI from the brand pilot app, and you can choose, okay, you want it to have a marble, to want the product to be on a marble surface. So you can process the image, and based on network speed, your result should be gotten immediately. So we're waiting for the result to load. Sorry for that. I think since it's still loading, you can see another feature here, custom prompt, where in case there isn't a preset available here from the drop down here, there's no a preset that feels like what you want to use for the day. You can actually type in your custom prompt for that product, describe your scene, the scene you want to have. So for example, the AI already suggests that you can place the product on a red velvet runway with dramatic spotlight and so on. So you can input your custom prompt for what kind of scene is create. I wish network was actually good so that we can see the results this particular preset we have picked will give us with our product. Okay. But from the dashboard, you can see actual from the recent activity. Okay, they are giving me notification that the scene has been created. Let's go and check. Oh, the scene is gone. Scene has. So let me just move on to the next feature. Content Hub. I can upload a product image, the same image. So you can see if the flyer is showing the size that you can use for that image, the story, and you can generate the caption you want to use for that product. So you're generating the caption. So now the caption is ready. You see an option here where you can change the image. You can copy this caption and paste on your post on Facebook or any other social media where you want to post this particular product for that day. And it also suggested reasonable hashtags you can add to your product where you can direct your post to particular audience. So you can also, in case you don't want this flyer generator is still in development, as you can see. It's supposed to show a flyer when I incorporate these details. So here I can actually ask.
We need to round up in a few minutes,
Okay.
few seconds further.
Okay. So this I can place a prompt for my image to be able to create a flyer or a brand kit or more. Then we have a logo generator, a logo creator here, where it already recorded the brand name. I can choose a style. I can generate a logo for the Paradise Luxury Boutique and store, which you can pick a style and it will generate the logo. Network is not good, that's why it hasn't loaded. Then on the next tab, we have the thumbnail creator for YouTubers, where you can add your background image. You can add your background image. You can type the thumbnail text. Why you need to buy this, and you can generate the thumbnail for that particular product. Then on the settings, you can see the account email you use. You can sign out. You can pick the appearance of the app. Now it's currently on dark. You can change it to light theme, and you can change it to your default system theme. Then you can also use the sign out tab here. So that will be the end of the entire presentation usage of the brand pilot. Thank you for good listening and the opportunity. Thank you for.
Yes. Thank you, Joe. There was any Joe before waiting to see contributors.
Yeah, I just have one comment. Don't worry about that the feature missing part, it happens. Okay, this is probably a complex code path. Work on it. This looks like a good idea that can even turn into a business. Okay, Israel, congrats. All the best for your future.
Yeah, I will just add to what Nakish had just said. It's to be sincere. Of course, I've seen a branding platform, but this is probably the first time I'm seeing a very interactive AI-powered branding platform. So it's a very good idea. It's a very good project. It's a project that can really scale. Like you said, just work on the things that seems not to be working now, and I mean, it's going to do well. I can assure you that.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And now it's 9 p.m. West African time right now. So the comments to we're running up this phase and so everyone can have a good night's rest. Now, comforts, are you there? Please can meet please help your number. Hello, my comforts, are you there? Can you hear me? Any experiencing network issues? Those of you to so um and yeah, to the judges, I sent a message I sent a private message. I can still do it right now. You guys can please evaluate the scores since the team interacted with the various teams. So in case you will need to evaluate the scores, then you can still do that. The sheet is still open for new entries. So that's that. Please hold on while I get my comfort so round up these results.
Okay. Thank you so much, Douglas. And I say hello to everyone. My name is Comfort, and I'm representing the management here. We say thank you all for your presence here. From the desk of all the other board of management. We appreciate everything, especially our judges. We appreciate your presence here and all your contributions. And we are not taking them for granted. And to all presenters here, we say, well done. We saw your idea. They are really very interesting. And they are futuristic and they have a lot of potential in them. So we want to advise you that you don't let it end here on this presentation. You must have seen the strengths by yourself while you're presenting and what the judges are passing to you. You must have seen the weaknesses of your product. We want you all to still pick this up, go ahead and do the needful on your product. Don't let it just end there or keep it out there. The idea are very viable. They are things that the world need to see. So please work on them and do better. So yeah, everyone is a winner. We've seen the comments, we've heard from the judges, and the winner, we are going to be having a winner actually. Everyone actually did well because we've seen the comment. Judges have passed it. They are giving their remarks, and we are going to do a collation from our side, and we are going to be announcing the winner of this hackathon within the next 24 hours. So please be on the lookout, and let's be hopeful. Whoever is the winner, every one of us is the winner. Just for me to recap, we have quite a number of products that were submitted, and we had to keep shortlisting till we have this product that need to present today. So that's why one of the criteria to even show you that you've actually done a really good job, and kudos to you. Please don't let it end there. Like the host has said, we would be reaching out to you. Mails will be sent out to our judges, and we would say that at any point in time, we'll still need to reach out to you, our judges, from at one point or the other, at different occasion. Please don't turn deaf ears to us. Would really love to continue to partner with you. Thank you so much, everyone. And we say have a great time. Let's keep getting productive in our tech career, and also keep moving the world forward. Let's keep creating solutions to all the problems in the world, in the tech space. Thank you.
All right, and with that, we'll be running up this section. So you can drop off now. Thank you once again for taking time to join us. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, team. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, sir.